Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Charlie, and this is the pilot, I guess, for the Mental Thickness podcast. I'm hoping to make this a podcast. This one will probably be just a like a video cast, webcast, whatever. This is more just of a test run, just to see how things are going. I bought a microphone, and I'm going to record these videos and put them up and just see where this goes. This one pretty much is just going to be me explaining what mental thickness is, or what this whole thing that I'm doing is for, what it's for. I've never done a podcast type. I've done like videos representing podcasts before, but they were always edited, so I would kind of cut them up like a vlog. This time around, I just want to do it straight, talk to the microphone, talk to you guys, and whatever happens, whatever is said, whatever stutters, and all that nonsense. So this is pretty much going to be me talking about my physical and mental health journey that I'm still on. I'm definitely no expert. I don't know everything about mental health or physical health. I'm still learning. I'm learning every single day, and I'm getting better at it as every day passes. So this is more of me going through the journey with everyone, me explaining it as the journey is happening, because I know there's a lot of people that get to the point of success, so to speak, and then they start to tell you, this is what I did to get there. I want to bring to the table something along the lines of, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm heading in the right direction for anybody who wants to get started, or to motivate anybody, or for anybody who's in limbo or doesn't know what to do. But I'm still on it. I'm still on that road, and I want you guys to join me. So this is definitely not an expertise podcast brand thing. This is someone who's smack in the middle of it, still learning day to day. And I want to bring people into this. I want people to be a part of this. I want people to bring knowledge that I don't have. I don't want this to be this is what I think, this is how it should be, period, and the story. I want people's opinions. I want people to have an open mind, because there's many things out there as far as whether it's a diet or how to work out or what to do, whether you're in competitions, what you're getting your body built for. So I want everybody's opinions. As long as people are open-minded, as long as it's positive influenced, this is open to all. And I know there's a lot of people that struggle, because I know how much I struggled, and sometimes still do, with getting started, whether it's the mental health part or the physical health part. So this is what I want this to be, kind of like a push, a motivational push, I guess, for those people to get started. I'm just seeing where we're at here. Oh, man. So for me, a big factor is I'm an independent pro wrestler, so a big factor for getting and maintaining whatever physical health I have, that is a driving force behind it. And the other part is also just it's good for my mental health, and it's good in general. It's good to exercise. It's good to lift heavy things. It's just I feel like I'm in nowadays. I feel like I'm in a utopia when I'm there. I just put my headphones on, blast music, and do what I can. Now, when I first started, there's a lot of like levels to me starting my physical health, which I guess I'll start there, because the attempt for physical health began before actually seeking help for my mental health. Now, for physical health, I think my heaviest, I never really weighed myself. After high school, I didn't do any weigh-ins. I know during gym class, or when I was in the fire academy, we used to do weigh-ins. And after high school, it just stopped. Like I didn't, no weigh-ins. So I never weighed myself. And one time we were at the mall and I came across this GNC store that has those like throw in 50 cents and your weight shows. And I'm like, screw it, I'll do it. This should calculate even the weight of a person my size. So I stepped on the scale, and it was very eye-opening. It was 470 something. I forget the exact number, but it was up there. It was up there. And that day I was like, no, absolutely not. I need to like do something about it. So after that, I tried to eat better, which was kind of still is the biggest struggle. But I started going to the gym to do a bunch of cardio, and that's all I stuck with. Like it was just cardio. Let's do this elliptical machine. Let's do this, and it was just that after that, and trying to eat the healthiest I knew how at that point. And obviously, you know not to eat junk food or sugars and ice cream and chips and shit like that. So it wasn't like completely oblivious to like what I should and shouldn't eat, but I didn't know exactly what to do or proteins, all that stuff. I did know that I had to lose some fucking weight though, and I did a bunch of cardio, and I got to the point about a year, I lost well over 100 pounds. I'm really fucked up with my dates. I don't know if it's just my memory loss, getting hit in the head too much, but my dates are pretty fucked up. But it was before I started, a couple of months before I started wrestling training, and that was in 2013 that I started. So it was like 2012 at some point, like late 2012. I got to a little over 300. It was like 310. Really proud of myself. I did a fucking hell of a job. So that was me drinking water. So I got to that milestone, that goal, and in November, December of 2012, I started getting these pains in my stomach, and ended up getting gallstones, and I had to get my gallbladder removed after a few doctor visits, and that just screwed me up pretty big. My weight kind of like was a little weird during that time. But anyway, besides that, 2013, I started training, and I was a little over 3, but I hadn't weighed myself in a bit. The last time I weighed myself, I was like 298 or something like that. And my trainer asked me, how much do you weigh? And I said 298, because that's the number that stuck in my head. And he's like, no, you look like you're heavier than that. You look like you're 3-something. So one of the guys had a scale in his car and brought it and got on there, and it was, I think, like 310 or something like that. And I was punished by running ropes for a good amount of time. So it was, maybe I should have specified the last time I weighed myself I was this, but whatever. So when I started training, I was 310. But when I lost all the weight, it was all cardio stuff. So I never really got into lifting. I didn't know anything. When I was at the gym, once in a while I would do some like bicep machines or whatever machines I could figure out how to use, but I was so insecure about it. I thought everybody was looking at me, and I mean, nobody gives a shit about me at the gym. They're worried about themselves, right? But you feel like, because you're so insecure with yourself and because you don't feel you fit the gym mentality or the gym look. Mind you, this was when I was going to this gym. I was going to LA Fitness for a little bit, and then they put a Gold's Gym by where I was living. So I started going to Gold's Gym because it was cheaper. And we all fucking know Gold's Gym. So going there, looking and feeling the way I did sucked. But for me, because again, nobody gave a shit that I was there or what I was doing. It's not like these buff-ass bodybuilders like, oh, who is this guy? So I only did what I could figure out how to do. Didn't get fully into like the lifting part. Didn't teach myself. It was one of those things to where I wanted to lose weight, but if I'm being transparent and realistic with myself. I guess I didn't care enough about the lifting part to research and find stuff out, So I did the wrestling training, got through that. Still trying to do the cardio, and obviously through wrestling training you do cardio there and a bunch of exercises and stuff they put you through. So I try to keep my physical health well through that. And I mean, I'm a big guy, so they give you the big guy moniker for wrestling. It's like, hey, you're gonna be the big guy, this and that. So when that happened, I am thinking about it now. I'm pretty sure I used the big guy thing as an excuse to not have to work out, I guess. I mean, you would think I'm a big guy, so I'm going to go and get like stronger and go lift weights. But my mind was more like, well, if I'm just this big fucking big belly dude or whatever, I'll just say I'm the big guy, and that's my reasoning for looking this way. Or if I gain weight or whatever dumbass excuse I made, which was stupid, but did that, kept that going for a while. It wasn't until a couple of years after that. I mean, I was always on and off with the gym. Like, I was still doing that half-assed shit with cardio, and maybe I'll try and lift something. And I always wanted to either go or ask the guys I was training with to go with them, but I was so fucking intimidated. There's a lot of the stuff that I'm saying that I'm going to say on these things that I haven't said really to anybody, because it's just we're fucking expressing our feelings. We're going to tell it all over here. By the way, this isn't how I wanted to do the first one. I had kind of an idea in my head of what I wanted the first one to be like and sound like, and here we are. Hopefully this sounds good on this fucking program with the mic. Anyway, so I had this intimidation. I was intimidated to go because, again, with this whole big guy thing, my mind was like, these people probably have an idea or an assumption of what I should be lifting because of the way I look. So if I go to the gym and when I can't lift what they think I should be doing, I'm going to be so fucking embarrassed, and it's going to fucking suck. So instead of just saying, hey guys, and these guys are guys that I was like close to, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure if I'm like, hey, I really suck at this, I don't have the strength I want or the strength I look like I should have, I'm sure they would have helped me and gotten me there. But my insecurities stopped me from doing that, and I didn't ask for the help. I just kind of did my thing and just half-assed a lot of it for a while. It wasn't until I started going with a coworker of mine when I was working at Ross. We started going to Planet Fitness because he had a membership and he could bring someone free. So it was like, all right, I'll drive us as long as I use your like guest pass. So I did that for a while, and he was working out. So he would like, I would pretty much do his routines with him, and did that consistently for a while. It was like 3-4 days a week, something like that. And so I started feeling good about that time, but it was always, I think this is where this is where like the mental health aspect comes into play. Just the insecurities. I wonder how my burps are going to sound on this. Just the insecurities stop you. Like they just stop me. I'm like, I would get lazy, whatever, get lazy. Work was super fucking stressful. Anybody who works in retail understands this. Anybody who's worked at Ross understands this, especially when your bosses are fucking pricks. The stories I could tell you about Ross, geez. So we, I pretty much half-assed all that the entire time. There was times where I was consistent, I felt okay, but it was just a bunch of half-assing. I wasn't keeping track of anything. Now during this time, actually it was a little bit before, but there were a couple of times where we had this guy, Laszlo, come in and train with us for a little bit. And he was working at LA Fitness at the time. I don't know if he'll be mad at me. He's probably not going to watch these. You're never going to watch these. And a couple of times I did go with him, and he, helped me out with a few things. And I think that was the like a little bit of opening the door for myself as far as asking for help, because I was super fucking embarrassed. I'm like, this is gonna think I'm like a weak fucking piece of shit. But he was super cool. He was super, one of the fucking best dudes I've ever met in my life. Okay, so it wouldn't be the first time of anything if something didn't go wrong, right? The video, I don't know why my fucking app does this sometimes, but the video stopped at 16 minutes and this kept going, but then I saw that the times weren't matching, so I was like, what the fuck? I'm glad I caught it, because if I would have kept talking and finished it off, I would have been so fucking pissed. So anyway, I did have to do a cut. But the video finished off with me talking about Laszlo, and he helped me out a couple of times. So with that, we had now I'm just like constantly fucking checking. So I've had a few experiences with like trying to get to the gym and trying to get a routine and get consistent with it. And it was just me making my excuses and then just plainly using the big guy thing for wrestling, because wrestling is a thing now. Like, I'm a part of, like, you know, wrestling. So just making excuses, man. And it's fucking sucks. So, you know, one of the things that hit me hard was there was a couple of times that I went to training and my trainer would be like, hey, you're gaining some weight, in a playful, joking way, but hey, you're gaining some weight, you're looking a little big, you know, on and on. And I knew it was true because I would wear a 2X shirt over my singlet. I don't wear a shirt anymore, by the way. But I used to wear a 2X shirt over my singlet, and it got to the point where I had to wear a 3X because I was feeling super self-conscious about wearing the 2. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with you, man? Like, I would tell myself this stuff, and I knew I had to make a change, and I just didn't. I don't want to say I couldn't, because I could, but I was just making fucking excuses, you know? And it was just my mind, my mental health was holding me back, whatever it was, you know? I'm not using that as an excuse. That's pretty much what it was. And I was just holding myself back. I had support if I wanted it. I had a support system if I wanted it. I had plenty of people I could go to the gym with that knew what they were doing if I wanted it. And I always made some fucking stupid excuse to not do it or to stop as soon as I started. Now, the beginning of the turning point for physical health was I went to the gym with Evan once because he needed me to record a promo for him because I'm the promo recording guy. All right. Well, it did it again. Fuck. I'm using this app to record it because it like makes the video quality a little bit better as opposed to using just the camera on the phone. But if it keeps doing this, I may just have to do that and take the fucking hit. Anyway, where we were, I was going to the gym with Evan to do this promo. In my mind, it was just like we're going to specifically record certain workouts for the promo and the story. And it turned into him just saying we should just get a workout in and record in between. And that was the first time I went to the gym with him. And it was great. I was super frustrated. And my mentality there was, I saw him lifting these heavy things, and I didn't want to look stupid, and I didn't want to look weak. So I was trying to do what he would do, knowing, like, obviously it was stupid because this guy's been going to the gym way longer than me and has a strength that I don't, even if I look like I should. Maybe. I don't know. So, but my mind was like, I have to lift this much so I don't look stupid. So like he doesn't think I'm stupid and weak, and that way the people around me don't see this guy who's a smaller guy lifting this and this bigger dude can't do it. Like all this shit just went through, and I would attempt it, I would fail, and I would get so fucking pissed. And it was my own fucking fault because I knew I couldn't, but I would still fucking try to do it and I get pissed. I'm like, and I was a fucking idiot for that. But a little bit after that, the whole thing, we went to the gym, you know, here and there together after that. And, yeah, I was doing that and then just going to training and just hearing some of the comments, like the jokes or whatever. It was getting to me, man. So this is going to be a fucking pain in the ass to edit. Oh, man. All right, well, whatever. So, Where was I? I'm sorry if the story gets chopped up and it doesn't fucking make sense. I am sorry, but I definitely don't want to start all this over to try and get it. It is what it is. So Evan, me and his wife move in, and I started going to the gym with Evan consistently. So I'm doing what he's doing. I'm learning. I'm feeling good. Still have my moments of temper tantrums because I'm trying to lift this fucking shit that I know I can't. Eventually, I learned my lesson, but it definitely had moments of struggle. A few moments of struggle. So we fast forward a little bit to where Evan's wife is pregnant. And during that time and a little bit after Jackson was born, Evan isn't going to the gym as often. And I use that as an excuse to not go to the gym as often, which is a mistake. You know, I did go a couple of times by myself, but I still had like those insecurities. Like when I was going to the gym at first, I would not look in the mirror. The most consistent has been going with him. And I was just like, I could not look myself in the mirror. It was like so fucking embarrassing. I didn't want to look around at anybody. Again, I thought everybody was looking at me and making fun of me and saying, "Why is this dude here?" When obviously nobody I'm not important. I'm not important in the fact that nobody is there to watch me. People are there to do their own shit, you know. Excuse me. So I had this insecurity where I could not look in the mirror, and I was just like, I couldn't go by myself. And I'm like, what if I fuck up? What if I don't remember what we're supposed to do? All these things. So I used those as excuses to not go to the gym, and fell off the wagon quite a bit because of that. And once I started going with them, started getting in the groove. And I mean, as time went on, I started feeling more comfortable. Started feeling myself in there, you know. And I started getting comfortable to the point where I was going by myself and feeling good about it. And then on top of it, you start, it's like seeing, because you go to obviously, for the most part, you go to the same gym. So you start seeing these other people, and there are some people that you just kind of give the wave to, and it becomes like a community, I guess, a little bit. There's a bunch of douchebags, obviously. But you have those few people that you kind of see around and do all that, and that helped. That helped in me, and it made it easier to go to the gym, if that makes sense. And again, this is all personal experience for me. So I was really getting my stride, and I was like, all right, I'm really feeling good about this. Pandemic hits, gym closes. Oh man, that was rough. And I mean, we got some gym equipment and worked out at home, obviously, but it's like you kind of miss that environment of the gym. At least I do. Obviously, if you have your own actual home gym, then yeah. But if you have a fucking bench and some weights in your room, So yeah, now as far as the physical health aspect, once the gyms open back up, I got in the groove, got right back into the groove. Now I'm going to the gym 3-4 days a week by myself, and then me and Evan go to the gym 2 to 3 days a week together. So I'm definitely staying consistent. I'm definitely staying consistent with it. I'm enjoying it. I'm making new gym buddies. I don't know what you would call them. I guess they're like friends, you know, people you just say hi to and do all that. I am going to give a shout out. One of the guys, Ray, from one of the gyms I go to. He super positive dude. Always enjoy talking to him. He talks about wanting everybody to succeed, because sometimes there's this weird competition vibe with people where you're trying to lift, or you lift a certain amount and someone next to you is like showing off, I guess, or shows that they can lift more. I don't know, whatever. But in the end, it's like we're pretty much all there for similar reasons as far as the physical health aspect goes. Obviously, some are there for competitions or bodybuilding, but we're all there to get better in that aspect. So why wouldn't you just want everybody to succeed? For me, it's cool to see people I've seen for months or even years and see how they've progressed. It's fucking dope. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's not that I get it all the time, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But there have been times where some people come up and they're like, hey man, you're losing weight, or I can see you're getting it, or it's good to see you here every day. Ray was one of those guys, man, I see you hustling, this is great. That just boosts your self-confidence, and And obviously you don't want to get to the point where you need people's validations to keep you going, but it's nice to have those once in a while. And the dude is cool as shit. Yeah, and there's a few people at that gym on the north side gym, I'll call it, because the other one has a bunch of assholes for the most part, except for Blake. That's where I met Blake. But this north side gym, it's I enjoy it. It's a cool environment, at least for me, and I've gotten to the point where I'm comfortably going by myself and getting shit done. So, and that's where we're at now. I'm still learning. I'm still fucking getting at it. I still have my times of struggle, but I am getting after it as much as I can. And by that, I mean, as far as the learning aspect, I don't make excuses. I go, and even on days where I tell myself I don't want to go, maybe I shouldn't go, I'll make myself go, and by the time I'm hitting like the first workout or after my first workout, I'm fucking in it. I'm like happy I came. My music's blasting. I'm fucking all about it. So yeah, that's the rundown summary of the physical health journey part of me. I don't want to make this too long because this is all brand new. We're all getting started. I have to do like fucking 5 cut edits on this. And I don't want to make it too long because obviously I don't know how many fucking people are actually going to listen to this or care to listen to this. But if this helps just one person to fucking be like, cool, this fucking dude can do it, I'm going to go do it, then this is all fucking worth it. And it's just good to I want to get my experience out, document my journey, and do it while I'm doing it. I don't want to wait till fucking some milestone to be like, this is how I did it, guys. At least for me, this is how I want to present things. So this is where I'm going to stop this now. On the next one, I guess it's only it only makes sense to talk about like the mental. It only makes sense to talk about the mental health part of all of this. So I will do that. If you did watch this, listen to it, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I made sense. If you have any input, anything you want to add to it, if you're going through the same thing, if you're struggling, hit me up, leave a comment, do whatever. And yeah, keep on watching, keep following, because this is just the beginning. It fucking did it again right at the finish. Damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna I don't know where the last clip stopped, but hey, this is the Mental Thiccness podcast, future podcast, video cast. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back real soon. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.